right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all the praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem L'chapadash. Double honor to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well and teach well, being great examples to us younger brothers. Peace and blessings to all who elect. Lord willing, we be a part of that number. I'm Brother Kadar from G-Man's Bench, Chicago. Come back with another video. This video is going to be entitled Free Speech Until It's About the 48'ers. Okay, and Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is exposing these devils, man, via his prophets, and also via the whistleblowers who have ties with these people, man. So I wanted to bring out a few videos, then we'll get into some scriptures, man, because hey, these devils are being exposed and they don't like it, man. But their hypocrisy is being is also being exposed, man. These devils are afraid, and that cloak is being removed. Okay, so let me play this video.
We had a fighter named Tyrone Woodley. I didn't put Black Lives Matter anywhere or any of the stuff that was going on, all that stuff. But Tyrone Woodley came out at a press conference, and every question that was asked him, his response was Black Lives Matter.
Shocking to you at all that he hasn't gone into more like he normally does?
I'm just really excited that Black Lives Matter.
He's a grown man who has his own beliefs and what he wanted to stand for. Then we have, Jewish fighters. We have Russian fighters. We don't tell grown men and women what to do, what to say, what to believe in. And there's no leashes. We had a fighter named Tyrone.
Okay, now let's search up Dana White, Price, Mitchell.
Out of all the dumb, ignorant.
Okay, we're gonna keep that there. Okay, so you just seeing that this guy Dana White mentioned, he doesn't care about the beliefs of fighters and what they say, but this guy is owned by those Amalekites, man. One of the owners of the UFC is a Amalekite, or as a matter of fact, the owner is an Amalekite, because Dana is just the president. He's just the face. He doesn't own that business, man. He's just the president. He's the face. It's a corporation, just like America. Okay, now there was a fighter named Bryce Mitchell who had some comments about the 1948'ers, the Amalekites, which I'm gonna play that as well. It's from Twitter X. They call it X. I call it Twitter X. But we're gonna watch this video, and then we'll listen to Dana's response to him. It just shows you the hypocrisy, man. Okay, so let's play this video. I probably won't play too much just for the sake of not getting this video taken down, but you'll get the gist of the video. So let me play this.
Over in Iraq, Afghanistan, want to kill non-Jews and take back Israel.
Give examples of them killing non-Jews. I understand you could say Muslims in Gaza, but give examples of killing non-Jews, like Christians.
Well, I mean,
Catholics,
look at all of this bombing that we've done over in Iraq, Afghanistan, brother. The body counts in the millions.
Yeah.
Millions.
But that's Muslims.
Millions. Yeah, but who's killing the Muslims?
Okay, so...
White people.
Right.
That's what I'm trying to tell you, is they're being pushed to the point.
But that's not Jews, though.
They don't. It's American tax dollars, but who controls Congress? The Jews. The Jews control it.
So you're going to AIPAC is where you're going.
That's what I'm telling you, brother.
Okay,
the Jews control where our tax. The elite Jews are using Christian tax dollars to bomb Muslims.
Let me ask you a question. If Muslims had the ability,
I forgot to turn this on, but this guy's Ari Emanuel, and this guy owns the UFC and WWE, and this guy's Amalek. It says Ariel Zev Emanuel is an American businessman and the CEO of Endeavor, an entertainment and media agency, as well as CEO and executive chairman of TKO Group Holding, which owns the UFC and WWE. This guy's Amalek, man. You can look at his Wikipedia as well. Okay, so let's play this video real quick.
that he was, because I honestly think that Hitler was a good guy based upon my own research, not my public education indoctrination. I really do think before Hitler got on meth, he was a guy to go fishing with. He fought for his country. He wanted to purify it by kicking the greedy Jews out that were destroying his country and turning them all into gays. They were gaying out the kids. They were queering out the women. They were queering out the dudes. They were, you know what her first tranny surgery ever was? Happened to be in Germany before Hitler took over. You know the books that everybody makes fun of Hitler burning? You know what the books was? Queer books. Hitler burned queer books because Hitler didn't want a bunch of queers destroying his nation. They can't produce children.
But what,
Okay.
what about
All right, that was the point right there. Salak for whatever that video was. X does that, man. When the video is done, they automatically skip to one under it, you know, and it's always some random shit, you know. But this is Dana White's response to this guy Bryce Mitchell's comments. Okay.
Shit I've heard. My life. Out of all the dumb, ignorant shit I've heard in my life, this has to be the dumbest and most ignorant. Before we get started here, let me get some fucking dumb shit out of the way first here. I'm out here, have fun doing Power Slap tonight. And I'm sure you guys heard what Bryce Mitchell said. If you haven't, he said some probably, I've heard a lot of dumb, ignorant shit in my day, but this one's probably the worst. When you talk about Hitler, he was responsible for the death of 6 million Jews, and he tried to completely eliminate a race of people. World War II was the deadliest war in history. 15 million military deaths, 45 million civilians, and 25 million soldiers were killed in World War II. Second of all, Hitler is one of the most disgusting and evil human beings to ever walk the face of the earth. And anyone that even tries to take an opposing position is a moron. That's the problem with the internet and social media. You provide a platform for a lot of dumb, ignorant people. We've obviously reached out to Bryce, and when we read what he said and let him know how we feel about it, we're beyond disgusted. So, for those of you that don't know what's going on, good, you're lucky. For those of you that do, that's what I have to say about it. Who's got the first question?
All right, Dana.
And this is hilarious, man. This the complete hypocrisy, you know. And I was just scrolling in the comments because I know I was gonna find something. And this guy commented, it says Dana's owners are not happy, and they got this nose emoji, which I actually got that right here, you know. But it says they own the slave ship. That's very true. The Amalekites own the slave ships, man. And that goes into this lesson. Esau Edom is being exposed. Okay, it says, oh, you know, he got some nasty phone calls. You know, elder brother called me. But I'm going to just link these videos together. You know, I'll edit them and put them together as well. You know, so, you know, we just read this, you know, these comments. Okay, you know, we'll get Twitter X out the way. But this is Psalms 85 and verse 11. Truth shall spring out of the earth, and righteousness shall look down from heaven. And that's what's happening. All right. Hey, truth is springing from the earth, springing out of the earth through the men of the Lord. All right. The Lord is using the men of the Lord to expose these devils, and they are afraid because of that. Okay. Hey, Esau Edom is the fucking devil. All right. You can have any opinion about anything. You can say anything as long as it's not about them. And they have a shield that even if you disagree with what they say, they automatically blame you as a anti-this and that. You know, and Yahweh Shema Shai is exposing that through his prophets. Okay? And Esau Edom is afraid of that. Let's grab this Wisdom of Solomon, the 5th chapter. This is Wisdom of Solomon 5 and verse 1. Then shall the righteous man, and I have one more video to play as well. It's from Instagram. It says, then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him. And that's what we're doing. You know, the elder brother Jeremiah Murph here in GMS Chicago say it all the time. 60, 60, 70 years ago, we couldn't tell the white man he was a devil. We couldn't go out into his street corner and tell him and call him a devil, man. Say he going to slavery. You know? But now we're letting these devils know, we're letting these heathens know that they're going to captivity, and that Yahweh Shema Shai will avenge us as a nation. Okay, it says, before the face of such as have afflicted him and made no account of his labors. When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all that they look for, right? And that strangeness of the salvation starts now. Okay, with us waking up as a people, realizing with our people waking up, realizing that they are the Israelites, the people of the Lord, and that covering cast is being taken off. Okay, and these heathens understand that once the Israelites come back into their once they return back to their God, man, it's over. You know, but we understand on this side, the 1/3 will, the 2/3 gonna be, they're gonna be burnt, man. All right, there'll be a sacrifice. Okay. Along with these heathens, man, since they want to be like the heathen and join unto the heathens, man. You know. Good thing the Lord only coming from that remnant, that small portion. But Esau Edom is afraid, man, because, hey, our people are waking up. And he spent billions of dollars pushing out folly, okay, keeping our people distracted, using the sellouts of our people to push madness, you know, polluting everything just to make us go off. This is the devil, okay, and this is why he's afraid, man, okay, and it starts now. That strangeness of that salvation starts now, man. This devil is being exposed, and he is afraid, okay. Let's play this. Let's play this video from Instagram. Nope.
No. Christians will assert that one of the strongest proof that the Jews are God's chosen people is that God brought them back into their homeland in 1948. But was that the Lord's doing? You see, God repeatedly warned the children of Israel in the Old Testament that if they forsook God and worshiped false gods, that he would disperse them into all nations as a form of punishment. Deuteronomy chapter 4 verse 27 says, "And the Lord shall scatter you among the nations, and ye shall be left few in number among the heathen, whither the Lord shall lead you." He also placed strict conditions upon them if they wanted to return. The Bible says in Leviticus 26 and verses 40 through 42 that if they confess their iniquity and the iniquity of their fathers, if they humbled themselves and accepted the punishment of their iniquity, then he would remember his covenant with Jacob and he would remember the land. Basically stating that if they believed on him, they would be allowed to return. Now this happened multiple times throughout biblical history, but the event that broke the branch off the tree was when Jesus Christ came. The Jews not only rejected Jesus Christ, but also had him crucified at the hands of the Romans, thereby displaying the rejection of the God of the Bible. Jesus Christ, having foreknowledge of this, cursed the nation of Israel in Luke chapter 21 and predicted the destruction of Jerusalem and the temple, which eventually took place in 70 AD at the hand of the Roman Emperor Titus, causing the Jews to be dispersed into all nations, fulfilling the curse of Deuteronomy chapter 4 verse 27. This curse would follow them into all nations where they were excommunicated from because of their predatory lending practices and their blasphemy of Jesus Christ. But then later, a man by the name of Theodore Herzl constructed.
And that's how you know these people been watching us, man. That's why I read that Psalms 85. You know, truth shall spring out of the earth. These people have watched us. You know, especially these red pill guys. They take what they like and they add their little spin on it, man. You know. So the truth is out, man. You can go to Google and search up what is Mystery Babylon. They'll tell you America. These people know, man. All right, Esau Edom is afraid. All right, the Rothschilds mentioned it. One of the Rothschild, he mentioned that they want to get their biggest regret was creating the internet. You know, because he's being exposed by it, man. It's being flipped on him. You know, the narrative is being flipped on him, man. Even though he controls the narrative, but he can no longer. He's losing his grasp on it, man. You know?
rejected the concept of Zionism, asserting that the Jews should leave Europe and settle in their homeland as a solution to the persecution. After World War I and the destruction of the Ottoman Empire, British Foreign Secretary Lord Balfour wrote a declaration to Rothschild describing the necessity of a homeland for the Jews. And of course, after World War II, with the aid of the United Nations, David Ben-Gurion declared the establishment of a Jewish state on May 14, 1948, proving conclusively that the political ideology of Zionism brought back the Jews, not their faith in Jesus Christ, demonstrating once and for all that God wasn't responsible, and thereby answering the question,
yeah, this devil is being exposed, man. Jeremiah 13:22, if thou say in thine heart, wherefore come these things upon me? For the greatness of thy iniquities are thy scars discovered, and thy heels made bare. Yahweh Shema Shai is exposing this devil. Okay, he has been exposed left and right. And the men of the Lord, starting with the men of the Lord, okay. You know, and now the whole world knows that this guy is the devil. That's why you go to Twitter X or Instagram, or you go to YouTube, you go to the comments. Everyone knows this, man. You know, you see the little memes, the little well memes, the nose emojis, the hat emoji. You know, they got code words now because they know. All right, these people know, man. Okay. Esau, hey, they understand that this guy is the devil, man. You know, it says, Jeremiah 13:23, can the Ethiopians change his skin, or the leopard his spots? Then may ye also do good that are accustomed to do evil. This devil is accustomed to do evil, man. He can't change his nature. Okay, let's grab that Habakkuk 2. This is perfect because it does say shameful spewing shall be upon his glory. Habakkuk 2 and verse 16. It's Habakkuk 2 and verse 16. I'm going to get straight to the point. It says, thou art filled with shameful glory. Drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered. The cup of the Lord's right hand shall be turned unto thee, and shameful spewing shall be on thy glory. All the lies are critical race theory. It's actually critical race facts. Okay? All the lies that he's pushed out. You know, saying our people got on the slave ships willfully. Folly, man. You know, saying you won these kingdoms, you know, you got into power by honor when you did it by rape, robbery, and murder. Okay. And now he's hiding these things on the history books because every year the history books looks slightly different, man, because he's changing things and he's lied to his descendants as well. You know. Fabricated lies, man. Yeah, man, let's read Habakkuk 2. I'm going to start at, I'll start at verse 4. It says, behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. Yet also, because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man. Okay? Neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire is hell, and is as death and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations and heapeth unto him all people. All right, this devil, his soul is not upright in him, man. All right, he was created to be the wicked, so he's not going to sway from that. That's literally what he's created. He's created to be wicked, man. All right, he's our evil twin brother. Okay. And this devil has pushed out, like the Elder Malcolm says, he has a shield that even if you disagree with what he's saying, okay, he'll throw that anti-word at you, man. You know, this devil is the king of gaslighting and manipulation. You know, but now he's being exposed, man. That like they call somebody from Scooby-Doo and they finally take the hat off, the mask off, and it's always an Edomite. It's always an Edomite. You know, so Lord, when this is an edifying lesson, you know, it's always free speech until it's about the 48ers. Okay, so Lord, when I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh B'Shem Shai, B'Shem Chakadash, double honor to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to all for elect. Lord, let me be a part of that number. Shalom, Kwame Sharala, or Abba Ball.